Sir David Attenborough has called Borneo one of his favorite places in the world, and for good reason. It's a hotspot of biodiversity, with new species still being discovered today. Imagine trekking through a forest, knowing that you could be walking past a plant or insect unknown to science. It's that wild and that special. Now let's talk climate and the best time to visit. Borneo has a tropical rainforest climate, which means it's pretty much hot and humid all year round. Think temperatures hovering between 80 to 90 degrees Fahrenheit. The dry season, which is the peak tourist season, typically runs from March to October. During these months, you'll experience less rainfall, clearer skies, and calmer seas, making it perfect for hiking, diving, and wildlife spotting. The jungle paths are less muddy, and the visibility for spotting that elusive orangutan is much better. But here's a pro tip for my fellow budget travelers. Consider the wet season from November to February. Yes, you'll see more rain, often in the form of short, intense afternoon downpours. But the trade-off is huge. Flights and accommodation prices can drop significantly. The rainforest becomes even more lush and vibrant. Waterfalls are at their most spectacular, and you'll encounter far fewer tourists on the trails. The mornings are often still clear and sunny, giving you plenty of time for activities before the afternoon rain rolls in. For a few rain showers, you could save hundreds of dollars, making an already affordable trip even cheaper. Okay, let's get to the main event, the incredible wildlife and plant life. Borneo is like a real-life Garden of Eden. It's one of only 2 places in the world where you can see orangutans in the wild. Visiting a rehabilitation center like the Sepalak Orangutan Rehabilitation Center in Sabah is an absolute must. Seeing these gentle, intelligent great apes swinging through the trees is a profound experience you will never forget. But the cast of characters doesn't stop there. You have the hilarious-looking proboscis monkey with its comically large nose. You might spot pygmy elephants, the smallest elephants in the world, bathing in the Kinabatangan River. Look up and you might see magnificent hornbills flying overhead. At night, the jungle comes alive with the sounds of thousands of insects, frogs, and the glowing lights of fireflies. For the truly lucky, you might even catch a glimpse of the clouded leopard or the sun bear. The plant life is just as mind-blowing. Borneo is home to the Rafflesia, the world's largest flower, which can grow up to 3 feet in diameter. It's also famous for its carnivorous pitcher plants, which are fascinatingly weird and wonderful. Walking through the rainforest, you're surrounded by giant ancient trees, twisting vines, and exotic orchids. For any photographer or nature lover, every step is a new discovery, a new photo opportunity, a new moment of awe. And the best part? Many of these experiences, like hiking through national parks, cost just a few dollars for an entrance fee. So you've arrived in this natural wonderland. How do you get around and what should you see? Let's start with the main attractions. In Sabah, you have Mount Kinabalu, the highest peak in Malaysia. While climbing to the summit requires a permit and can be a bit pricey, you can still explore the surrounding Kinabalu Park, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, for a very low entrance fee. The trails around the park headquarters offer stunning scenery and a great introduction to the mountain's unique flora. Another must-do is a river cruise on the Kinabatangan River. This is one of the best places in Southeast Asia for wildlife viewing. For a fraction of the cost of an African safari, you can book a multi-day tour that includes accommodation, meals, and guided river cruises. From the safety of your boat, you'll see crocodiles, macaques, proboscis monkeys, and a huge array of birds. It's an unforgettable experience. In Sarawak, you can visit Bako National Park. What makes Bako so special is its incredible diversity of landscapes in such a small area. In a single day, you can trek through 7 different ecosystems, from mangrove forests to cliffside vegetation and swamp forests. You're almost guaranteed to see proboscis monkeys, long-tailed macaques, and bearded pigs right on the trails. Now for some hidden gems. Instead of just sticking to the main tourist hubs, consider visiting a traditional longhouse. Many communities welcome visitors, offering a chance to learn about their way of life, share a meal, and even stay overnight. This is an authentic cultural experience that supports the local community directly and costs very little. Also look for smaller, less famous national parks like Gunung Gading, where you might find a blooming Rafflesia or the Naya Caves with their ancient cave paintings. Getting around Borneo is surprisingly easy and cheap. To travel between major cities like Kota Kinabalu and Kuching, budget airlines like AirAsia offer incredibly low fares, sometimes as cheap as $20 or $30 for a one-way flight if you book in advance. For shorter distances, long-distance buses are comfortable, air-conditioned, and extremely affordable. A 6-hour bus journey might only set you back $10 to $15. Within cities, using ride-sharing apps like Grab is the way to go. It's much cheaper than taxis in the US or Europe. A 15-minute ride might only cost you $2 or $3. This incredible affordability in transportation means you can see and do more without constantly worrying about your budget. Now, where will you rest your head after a long day of exploring? Borneo caters to every budget. For the ultimate money saver, the hostel scene is fantastic. You can find clean, safe, and social hostels in major towns for as little as $8 to $15 per night for a dorm bed. This is a great way to meet other travelers and get insider tips. If you want a bit more privacy, budget guest houses and Airbnbs offer private rooms for around $20 to $40 a night. You can find charming places run by local families that give you a more personal experience. Even standard, comfortable hotels are a bargain. A nice, clean, air-conditioned hotel room that might cost you $150 in the US can often be found for $40 to $60 in Borneo. Imagine that, an entire week in a decent hotel for the price of just 2 or 3 nights in a major American city. This level of affordability frees up so much of your budget for what really matters, the experiences. And now, for my absolute favorite part of any trip, the food. The cuisine in Borneo is a mouth-watering fusion of Malay, Chinese, and indigenous flavors, and it is unbelievably delicious and cheap. Forget paying $20 for a mediocre dish at a restaurant back home. In Borneo, you can have a feast for just a few bucks. A typical day of eating is an adventure in itself. For breakfast, you might head to a local coffee shop, or Kapisham, for a bowl of Sarawak laksa. It's a rich, creamy, spicy coconut-based noodle soup filled with shrimp, chicken, and bean sprouts. It's complex, fragrant, and will wake up your taste buds like nothing else. Paired with a strong local coffee, it's the perfect start to the day, all for about $3 US. For lunch, you'll want to hit up the food courts or street stalls. This is where the magic happens. You'll see vendors stir-frying kolo mee, a simple but addictive dish of springy noodles tossed in a savory sauce with minced pork and scallions. You'll see fresh seafood being grilled right in front of you. A plate of char kway teow with its smoky flat rice noodles, shrimp, and bean sprouts will cost you maybe $2. You could eat something different every day for a month and never get bored. As evening approaches, the night markets come alive. The air fills with the incredible smells of sizzling satay skewers being fanned over hot coals, ready to be dipped in a rich peanut sauce. You'll find stalls selling everything from grilled chicken wings to fresh tropical fruit juices like pineapple and watermelon. A highlight is trying umai, a traditional indigenous dish similar to ceviche, where raw fish is cured in lime juice with onions and chilies. It's incredibly fresh and vibrant. You can have a full, satisfying dinner with multiple dishes and a drink at a night market for under $10. It's not just about the low cost. It's about the freshness and authenticity. The food is prepared right there, often with ingredients sourced from the local market that morning. It's a culinary experience that is both authentic and incredibly kind to your wallet. So there you have it. Borneo is a destination that truly has it all. World-class wildlife, ancient rainforests, rich cultural history, and some of the most delicious food you will ever taste. It's a place that proves you don't need to be wealthy to have a rich travel experience. It's a paradise for hikers, photographers, foodies, and anyone with a spirit of adventure. The value for money here is simply off the charts. You can have a 2-week, action-packed vacation in Borneo for what a long weekend in a major Western city might cost. If you're looking for a trip that will challenge you, inspire you, and leave you with memories that last a lifetime without breaking the bank, then Borneo should be at the very top of your list. Thank you so much for joining me on this virtual journey to Borneo. I hope this has inspired you to consider this incredible destination for your next adventure. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our future travel guides. Let me know in the comments if you've ever been to Borneo or if it's now on your bucket list. Until next time, happy travels!